Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for April 25th through May 1st, 2016. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath to really clear your mind of anything any concerns, any worries, any tension that you feel in your body. Allow yourself to release all of that and give it over into the loving hands of God. So, just in this moment, as you're just breathing, and just ask God and the angels to help you by to let go of anything, any concerns, any problems, so that you can invite and embrace and perceive the rewards that are coming to you now. And they want you to feel safe. They want you to know that the steps that you're taking, that you're on the right path, that you're hearing and understanding your guidance, that you're speaking. They wrote this word out. They want you to speak your truth even when you have great fear of presenting whatever your truth is. For some of you, this may mean just coming out of your own closet and allowing yourself to be, first of all, allow yourself to put any suffering behind you and to embrace who you truly are, to embrace the love that you are. And when you do this, what you've been seeking, especially those things that you are working towards in your life purpose, where you're seeking true fulfillment in your life, when you do this, then you are setting a course for your life to move with the momentum of well being, with that current of love and blessings that'll take you directly to what you're asking for and attract to you as well what you're looking for. So now they wrote the word here, yogi, and not quite sure if it's yoga or yogi. But when the first time I saw it, what you may want to do to help you to just relax and to get in a place of alignment. And I get a feeling that you need to incorporate a spiritual practice. If you're not doing that already, then I get a sense that don't neglect it, especially when the shifts and major shifts that happen in your life. Don't make that something that you do, that you say, okay, put that on the back burner for right now because I got more pressing matters to attend to. No, you really need to stay with that and continue to nurture that. So whether it's, you know, going to where they're writing the word body, so there's a need for you to really, I guess it was yoga. There's a need for you to take care of your body at this time because the body absorbs everything, every experience you're going through, all of the emotional stuff, the stress, and your body, when your body starts to feel like it's losing vitality and support for the desires and your dreams and your goals, and when you kind of wake up knowing that you have this important thing to do, but you feel like your body's lagging behind you, then this means that you need to rest. They're showing me a bed. That you need to get enough sleep. You need to rest in terms of nurturing the body. That also means put those things that are in your head, give them a rest as well. Give your worries a rest. I mean, let's just face it. They always know how to just be there, right? So you're the one that's got to say, not today. Not today. Maybe not for this week. You'll be. I know you're gonna be there. So we'll deal with you later. Rest your mind. Rest your body. Take a break. Because if you're looking for a real breakthrough, that happens when you give it a rest. Okay? When you give something a rest, then you allow for your observation to be filled with something new. So give it a rest. They really want you to give it a rest. And so this means if you haven't been on vacation, or if you haven't been able to exercise a lot lately, if you haven't been able to attend your dance class or to go out and do some things with friends, that's really relaxing. I'm really seeing something near an ocean front, like an ocean slash park or ocean slash lake. Even they're showing me just sort of a wood bench for you to take some time, and they wrote out the word balance. So you need time to balance, okay? And I know that the Mercury retrograde is coming again, and so I really want to just debunk this word. I mean, I wish it never existed, because people start thinking about limitations being placed on them, and that's really not it at all. Um, what the retrograde is about, what they're showing me right now, this is a time for you to relax, because otherwise you wouldn't. You would just keep plowing away of energy. This is the universe's way of creating balance for you to back off. They're showing me sort of your pets, you know, to kind of back off, to spend some time with your family, your pets. Um, this is a period for you to be loyal to yourself, because otherwise you wouldn't. Okay, you would just keep pushing, and you would never listen to the universe, who would like to, during the retrograde, balance out your effort with its own. So that's part of the reason for the retrograde, that there's a lot that you need to listen, be receptive about, in order to really refine your actions more accurately to what it is that you deserve and you desire. And this is really coming strong, the word desire. Okay, they want to help you with that. And when you're not listening, you're not getting, and when you don't have this balance, when you give yourself a little relaxation time, you throw things off. You start to not hear things accurately, and so therefore you're not on your own divine plan that you and your higher self has for your life at this time, and you're not able to allow everything to unfold for yourself as you would like to. So this is the period, then let's look at the retrograde as another way that I'm hearing them say too. This is the time for you to allow yourself to receive, to to allow others to help you. So they're suggesting right now that, read a book. Pick a book that inspires you for your life purpose. You know, pick pick an author or a book a message that you need to feed your soul, and let that be one thing that you do to sort of inspire your mind. Because if something inspires you, it puts you in that high frequency, which then, while you're reading, the resistance is getting out of the way. And in that time, the powerful actions of the universe is able to do its best work. So retrograde doesn't mean that you're going to get, something's going to be undone, or things are going to be complicated for you. It's only that because you aren't listening to the energy. You're trying to do the opposite of the energy. So if we could really, really think about this a different way, that it just means that the energy wants you to listen. This is receptive period, and the other is where you have take all that you've heard, and then you know what you've been given, the messages, and they will continue to stay with you. The messages don't stop. There's really nothing here that happens differently in one period when there's no retrograde than there is during the retrograde, except that the energy will seek to balance, to create balance, because the universe has to do that. If you live a balanced life and you keep up with everything like what your body needs, then hey, guess what? You won't have issues with, you know, your cell phone or your, communications and all this kind of stuff getting wacky, because you maintain that balance. You maintain that even keel. And so this is for you. The universe put this in place for those of you who get detached from our divine self, and we get too caught up in our human aspect or our humanity, and we think that we do it all by ourselves. We think that we don't need help. We think that we got to bear the burden of life all on our own, and we were dropped on this planet, and nobody cares for us, and nobody loves us, and there's nobody watching or protecting us, and if we don't do what we have to do, and we don't put our best foot forward, or if we don't work hard, then nothing's going to happen. And that is a godless, sourceless world. And it also negates the better, brighter expanded part of your consciousness that exists. That's like, chopping off your head and your heart, because there you have a guide. You are a guidance to you and others, and so you must keep this balance going. And so this is really important. When I heard someone mention this about coming up again, because I'm not really big. I mean, not that I don't believe in astrology. It's like something I think the people who are able to do it, I think they're really amazing to understand all of it, and it's because a lot of information. So it's not my forte, but this I feel like I can bring this aspect, the understanding that will help you to not put up barriers, create barriers for yourself. We don't want to ever get into superstition, meaning using the mind in a way that you create resistance for yourself. Okay, and I know we all have our beliefs, and that's what therefore we have free will. But let's tap into our higher selves so that we always see the harmony in all experiences, whether they're negative or positive. There is harmony. There is this harmony and this unity that exists within the universe, that is at the core of all of our beings and the core of every experience. And we're just so blessed that we get to spin it whichever way we are choosing, whether we are aware of how we're choosing to do it or not. But the choice, the free will, God gave it to us, and so it's there. So let's take a look then at the card for the beginning of the week. Well, this is the theme card from the Archangel Oracle, and I'm very interested to see. Okay, great, because Archangel Jophiel makes a lot of sense, because Archangel Jophiel is the archangel that's really she's the beauty angel. She's like the spa angel, archangel. She's all about, um, you know, clearing your space in your home, as it says, making things look beautiful because of the energy, how being inspired. So she loves to inspire your mind by inspiring a beautiful environment, and a beautiful care of your body as well. So this all really ties in and makes perfect sense, that Archangel Jophiel would be here and kind of helping us with this. So in this time, I mean, and this is also a great time of the year to kind of clear things, right? So don't try to hold on to anything. Okay, this is really what she wants you to do. And if you think about it, in this process, it helps you clearing your space, clearing things in your life that you recognizing when when the usefulness of things has served their purpose, helps you to actually invite in abundance and blessings in your life, because you and my mother, God rest her, she was so perfect at this. I mean, she had no attachments to anything. She could throw away anything at will, when she realized that it was no longer useful. And as a result, from the little means that my mother had her whole life, she had a lot. She was able, she never, whatever she wanted to do, she did it. She prayed about it. It came, the means, the money came, and she went. If it's traveling, shopping, she was a single mom, and she never lived by the limitations of what was on paper. She always consulted God about it, and it always came, and she always was able to do it. And this is because she was able, the key here, she was able to embrace change extremely easily, because she didn't have attachment to things that did not have a purpose. She understood the purpose of God blessing her life. Maybe she had little money, she had a lot of responsibilities, but she understood the purpose of God in her life, and therefore when she asked, she also understood that it would be given to her, and she never doubted that, not once. Now, I can't say that I've been like that, and I've learned this long after looking back at her, but I saw it. So those of us who will say, I can't because of this, well, I've been a witness to it my whole life. We are just giving in to outdated beliefs that we haven't put in check, and probably has a lot to do because you're holding on to things with such great fear that when you even ask for something, you can't let it go. That's what the people who clutter, whether it's things or relationships, whatever it is. Where are you? Where is it that you got your hands? What are you gripping right now? Because as soon as you let that go and you get used to doing that, then you'll see that change is not a challenge, but you'll see change as a blessing in your life. So put this into practice, okay? Letting things go, the stuff. Because if you're praying for, there's so much that you want. You know, if you had all of those things without letting any of it go, then you would not be able to walk anywhere in your space. So that it has to go out. And I know I don't mean to sound like I'm talking down to you about this, but I'm recognizing this as well. It just makes perfect sense, does it not? So let's put that into practice now in this week, letting things go, and looking at things that are no longer useful, because that's a way to work as well with your guidance and the retrograde period, knowing what to let go of, to listen and really tune in. Anything that takes you inward to get your guidance is going to be powerful for you. Okay, this is going to transform your life. And they're showing me Wonder Woman here. So, this is gonna really help you to tap in to that power, unlimited power within you. So if when I think of her as a female superhero, there's that extra, being a symbol of power, and being a woman is significant. So, if you in your life feel like a second class citizen in some way, shape, or form, and we all do it for various different reasons, this will give you the opportunity to start activating your power, your powers of manifestation. So just really see what it is you need to let go of here. All right, let me just tune in and see if there's anything else. But I really think this is what she would like to say to us. Um, there's a sense. Okay, so some of you, she's showing me like the window blinds, really thick ones, and they're shut. Open them. Let some light in. Get out more. If you're not, if you've been closing yourself off for whatever reasons, you need to break that. Okay, because that could really lead to lowering your vibration, as it can create you getting into a rut and getting into low emotions. Okay. All right. And this is perfect as we look at the beginning of the week card, because we're the Queen of Water. And the Queen of Water is someone who is very emotional, very nurturing. She heals and she loves and she nurtures with her heart. Everything that she does is with her heart. But in this sense, looking at this card, you've got to know when to cut cut the strings. Basically, you need to know, you want to help everybody, you want to take care of everybody, but you need to take care of yourself at the beginning of this week. This is very important for you to start really nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. Put a lot of all that energy you put out there, put it on you. And I'm now reminded that they wrote the word self as I was meditating here. So they really want you to focus on yourself, and they're writing the word job, and so I get a feeling, and they wrote the word joy. So if there's something, that a job, and it could be all kinds of jobs. It could just be something simple you're doing at home, something you wanted to get done. Maybe you wanted to, you wanted to get some cleaning done in this particular room, or you want to clear out some files. It's a job, okay? As well as it could be a job of employment, but that's going to manifest for you, and it's going to be wonderful for you. It's going to be something that's going to fill you with a lot of joy, and you're going to feel such a strong sense of love, and you're going to feel loved in this. But they want you to not neglect acting upon this, because you aren't listening, and you're allowing yourself to be distracted, because that's a fear tactic. You're afraid of succeeding, and so what you do, you play hero to everybody else instead of being your own hero. You need, like going back to Wonder Woman now, you need to stand in your own power, okay, and stop taking care of everybody else. Stop playing the role of the caretaker, and don't overlook your own leadership role that may be available for you, and that call for you to fulfill your purpose. And I know that feels like really bad to some people who think that taking care of everybody else is their job, but well, I guess we don't have to say it, but get over that. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And here we have another court card. So definitely, the angels are giving us some perspectives to look at in terms of some archetypes in our personalities that we may want to look at. And right away, when I see this card, the Page of Air, this, of course, it could relate to indigos. And I get this feeling, because as this card says, this is someone who's going to be abrupt in their approach. And so there's a sense that you need to be a little bit more vocal, that you need to start speaking up more. You need to start saying no, okay? Because all of this is taking care of yourself. You need to start saying no so that you can have time for the projects and the things that you're working on. They're showing me a cross, and it's like you're the kind of person who likes to walk around and suffer, with your cross. Yeah, oh, I have so much to do. I have so many responsibilities. And I never have, and nobody helps me, but you don't ask, and you don't say stop, and you don't say no, okay? So they want you to do that. They want you to know. They're showing me a bow, which means when you start speaking up in this way, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. They're actually going to accept it, and it's going to be very rewarding for you to, and we're not saying to go out and be harsh and to hurt people. We're just saying stand up for yourself, meaning you, and just say, if somebody asks you, can you do this for me? Oh, please, can you do this? You just say, I'm sorry, I can't. No. Okay. It's as simple as that. And um, make so that you have time for yourself. And that's where the reward is going to come in for you, is what they're showing me. Okay. They're showing me my symbol. When I see a witch's hat, it means that you are very powerful, and they're waving a leaf. So, it's like almost a fan, or kind of interesting. Uh, the leaf makes me think of a couple of things. A laurel, people giving you respect and praise, recognition as you stand up. It also um, the leaf. There's another thought that came to me when I saw the leaf. Um, it'll come back to me. But it also looked like a microphone. So sticking up and speaking out, there's something that you need to say and you need to trust. Um, and I get a sense of you being very intuitive, and possibly I'm seeing an ascended master that you may start to channel or work with. So just be open to all forms of communication that's going to come from your inner clarity. Okay, you're going to get very clear, and things are going to be very obvious to you. So don't hold back. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the card for the weekend. All right. Now this card is the Nine of Air, and so one of the things is that over the weekend, you're gonna feel maybe a little exhausted. Okay, when I think of this card, it's like, the sleep card or dreams, and also, feeling that you lose sleep a bit over certain things that concern you. So what I get a sense uh, from my own impressions about this card when I see it is that you're going to feel that this shift is going to um, kind of exhaust you a little bit. So you're going to need some extra time. Don't worry about things that were said or done. One of the problems with the Queen of Water is worrying too much, so sensitive that worry too much about what others think. Okay? And so you said no, now stick with it. Okay? So whatever decision you made or whatever things happened and choices that you made, all right, make your peace with it and let it go. Is really the message I'm getting from them for the weekend. Don't wrestle with it. Don't try to let it go. Get a break. Do something else. Relax. Keep a journal and pay attention to your dreams and daydreams as well. Pay attention to those, especially your daydreams. Pay attention to insights that come, solutions. If something's bothering you, pray about it. Ask to be shown first of all, ask them to shift your perspective so that you can see the messages that are healing and that help you and others to stand in their power. So don't get caught don't get caught in this, oh, I made this shift, and worrying about what you said. Let it go. Ask for clarity. Ask to Archangel Jophiel to shift your perspective. Now, Archangel's going to tell you do something like go to the spa. You ignore her pretty much all the time. This Archangel, she told us in one of our daily card messages that you hear her the most because she's always focused on the things in your life that you can do to enhance the way you feel, like going to a museum, anything that inspires your mind, anything that beautifies the mind. And most of the time we always think we don't have time for that. So this weekend, listen to her guidance. Know that it's coming directly from Archangel Jophiel. All right, let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck. And it's the Two of Fire. So I'm hearing a very passionate partnership. This could be romantic partnership. This could also represent a gay relationship as well, and it could also represent a business partnership where two people have a very compatible. And so just be open in this week to compatible relationships. Be open to this feeling I'm getting. Be open to things coming together in your life in new ways where you kind of step out into yourself and you break out of that cage and you start to find a whole new level of experiences that you're attracting. So, and also the two, that balance. So look for balance in your relationships, look for balance in your job, whatever you're doing. Try to look for that balance. Delegate. Don't try to do it all by yourself, okay? Be responsible by sharing the load, okay? And that also means that you have to speak up when something is bothering you. And I'm not telling you to be emotional about it because thank God it's in the air, but to think it, be reasonable and see if you're reasonable and you don't hold back, then when you speak, it'll make perfect sense to people. They'll see the you'll be in the right frame of mind, clear minded. So this means definitely be clear minded and speak so that when you speak, people see your reasoning and they follow your logic, okay, and they have a perfectly clear understanding of why you're saying what you say. So this is going to be a profound week, and just know that you can call on God and the angels. They're supporting you through it all, and do not be afraid to be truthful and to share the responsibilities. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And if you're looking for an angel reading, you can contact me at theangelschool.com on the services page to purchase a reading. And please join us on Facebook for the daily card messages Monday through Friday. And so until next week, God bless you all.